I cannot believe Amazon sent me this junk. Hi guys, this is Enrique, and in this video I'm gonna be assembling my Logitech Edition Playseat. And right off the bat, I'm pretty happy with the fact that this is pretty light. I'm gonna guess that this is probably around maybe 22 pounds. I'm gonna have to look up the specs, but it's actually very light. And I like that the box is actually compact. We have about, let's say 19 inches, because I see some bending here. So it's 19 by 25 and about 11 inches tall. So the reason I decided to go with this, I wanted to get something that it's portable and that I can move from one room to another. I'll show you guys my office setup where I think I may do most of my driving. But here in my bedroom, I have an Xbox X Series or Series X. I also have a laptop with a 4090 RTX. Disclaimer though, I'm just a bored, childless DILF that wants to see if he would like to get into sim racing. But before doing that, I want to try the hobby without spending too much money. Fortunately, I already had a computer that's powerful enough that I use for my video editing. So that's the computer I'm going to be using for gaming. And as far as the steering wheel and pedals, I got the Logitech Pro. I got this, one of those like new items from Amazon. So I saved like maybe $45. I thought it was worth it to give it a shot. So that's another thing I'll be checking out. Hopefully I have all the parts that I need to assemble this. Okay, right off the bat, this is pretty weird packaging. Not gonna lie. And this is a wood box. All right, so check this out. This is crazy. I was trying to preserve this box in case I have to return this thing, but I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work. This box is stupid, so we're gonna have to get a little more aggressive with it. Yeah, this is crazy. So I'm gonna need a hammer. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. All right, guys. You guys, hold on. I don't know what the fuck Amazon sent me, but I gotta show you guys. I gotta get this camera closer. I don't know what the hell this is, but I'm not even gonna try to get it out of the box. Wow, this is insane.
One eternity later.
All right, so after returning the Amazon fiasco, I decided to not deal with them again, and I ended up ordering from Best Buy. So, and I can definitely, this is, it's not the heavier box, but it is at least twice as heavy as the Amazon box with the wrong product. I do like though that I can still lift this all by myself. So there's definitely portability here. And obviously that's one of the reasons why I decided to go with this as opposed to one of those aluminum 80-20 rigs. But yeah, let's get it out of the box. All right, this is what the box looks like. So far, I'm very satisfied with the packaging. We have the instructions. This is obviously the seat. It's got the feeling, it almost feels like, kind of like a wetsuit. And then here we have a breathable fabric. Very nice branding and embroidery. And the actual seat is this. So far, I'm happy that I don't see too many parts. I'm not really into assembling stuff. I'm definitely not an IKEA guy. All right, and there you have it. These are all the parts. I like that they even send you gloves. Yeah, I wouldn't normally wear gloves to assemble this, but let's use them just for the sake of this. All right, guys, I'm about to assemble this cockpit. Disclaimer, if plumber crack offends you, this is a good time to tune out. Please give me a like, and also please consider subscribing. All right, I have to take those gloves off. They're not good. They're slippery and they're hot. The assembly process took about 30 minutes. It could probably take even less, but I took my time, didn't rush, and actually looked at the instructions for the first time. All right, guys, here I'm almost done. Just a few more seconds of butt crack. All right. So now that it is assembled, I got this mat from Amazon. Supposed to be a good thing to do when you have hardwood floors. All right, this is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the size because it doesn't really add a whole lot of space. Okay, next step, I gotta get the steering wheel on this thing. I'm gonna hook it up to my Xbox, and then I'm also gonna hook it up to my gaming laptop. Let's see how that goes. Obviously, I'm just mounting it for the first time, so what I'm gonna do is see what I like and then just go from there. So here I'm just getting it a little tight, just enough to hold the wheel, but not tight all the way because obviously I'm gonna wanna wiggle it and find a place where it's comfortable for me, so I don't wanna tighten it up too much. But any direct drive steering wheel that you put on this thing is gonna be heavy, so you're still gonna wanna have this tight a little bit. I'm gonna be using the Logitech Pro wheel. I've actually never used it with my Xbox, so that's gonna be interesting too. Before I get it too tight, I definitely wanna make sure that I would like to drive like this. And I'm not sure. I mean, it seems like the steering wheel is right on my face. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Let me think about the possibility of bringing this down the whole plate. All right, to mount the pedals, I'm gonna try to flip this thing. I'm sure it would probably be, it's probably easier if I just undo the entire plate, take it off the play seat, but that's fine. I'm just gonna do this, see if I can see where the holes are easily. The play seat comes with all the screws that you need to mount any steering wheel and any pedals to this. Let me get the camera over here so you can see what I'm talking about. Yep, so you can see how all the screws line up here. And they are also marked. Same for the steering wheel. The steering wheel plate also has the same pre-drill holes, and they are also marked with white stickers. Now that I have this cockpit set up, I'm gonna give it a try on my Xbox Series X and see how the sitting position feels and how the steering wheel feels. I thought that the steering wheel was gonna be right on my face because I'm only 5'9", but so far so good. I can see very well. Maybe that has something to do with the fact that my TV sits low because I'm in an attic space. Disclaimer, this video is not about my driving skills. This video is about a review of the cockpit. Let's not forget that. But yeah, so far the seat is very comfortable. I'm still trying to figure out where I want my pedals to be, and that's gonna take me some time. One of my concerns about this cockpit is that the steering wheel height is not adjustable. And surprisingly enough, I'm pretty happy because it's very comfortable. It is at a good height, and so far it's working. I also like that there isn't a lot of flex. I have the steering wheel set up at 11 Newton meters, and so far so good. Definitely seems like the steering wheel and the cockpit are a good match in terms of the force through the steering wheel and the materials of the cockpit. All right, so far so good. I really like it. I like that it can be moved, but actually though, I think that once you put the steering wheel and the pedals on, this thing gets pretty heavy, so I think I would need at least another person to move it. So what I'm gonna do is grab it, put it in my office. I wanna see how portable this thing really is. Obviously, you cannot adjust the steering wheel height, and that's a problem, but I really haven't played enough to really know if that's gonna be a real issue for me. Moving this cockpit, it's not really that heavy, but it does require two people to do that. I mean, it does require two people to move it because it is long and a little uncomfortable. If you decided to unassemble it, obviously that would be pretty easy to move by one person, just a longer process. But yeah, if you don't have a second person, it's definitely portable. This is my office / guest bedroom. Here I have a 55-inch Samsung Odyssey Ark 2nd generation and a 72-inch Jarvis desk by Herman, formerly Fully. The game I'll be playing is Assetto Corsa Competizione. I considered iRacing as it is the most popular sim racing game, but I decided that I didn't want to spend all that money that iRacing requires just yet. And so far, I'm pretty happy playing Assetto Corsa for the amount of money I paid. For audio in the office, I'm using the Samsung Odyssey Ark built-in speakers. Side note, I'm open to recommendations on how to decorate my office. For audio in my game room, I have a 7.4.1 Dolby Atmos soundbar by Samsung.
Let's go together as friends and family.
I am very happy with the way the cockpit looks. As you can see, it sits really well in my game room and it's not an eyesore. And that was one of the reasons, right, I went with this. Definitely believe that an aluminum rig would require a dedicated space. My guess is that they are at least 150 pounds, if not 200 pounds, with the steering wheel, pedals, and the seat. This cockpit, on the other hand, is about 50 pounds. One of the things I don't love is that most adjustments require an Allen wrench. The one that annoys me the most is reclining, because that screw is covered by fabric and Velcro, so you have to pull the Velcro to get to it. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the setup, from the portability of it to how comfortable it is. I'm happy with the fact that even though the steering wheel height is not adjustable, I can see very well above the steering wheel. The question remains how much I'm gonna use this thing. I hope a lot, but if not, I will have no problem selling it.